Today we will continue miscellaneous exercise of chapter 1 relations and functions. Binary operations we don't have in our syllabus, so we will avoid the questions related to binary operations. So rest of the questions we will do from miscellaneous exercise of chapter 1. Question number 1. First question. F is a function from R to R, set of real numbers, such that f of x is equal to 10x plus 7. Find the function g from R to R, such that we need to find g of x. Find g of x such that g composition f is equal to f composition g is equal to I R. That is our question. F is a function from R to R and fx is given 10x plus 7. And we need to find gx if g composition f is equal to f composition g is equal to I R. A real number to identity function from set of real number to itself. So we need to find a gx. So it's given g composition f is equal to f composition g. Therefore g composition f of x is equal to g composition f is equal to f composition g is equal to I R, identity function. So g composition f of x is equal to f composition g of x is equal to x, function from x to x, identity function. By the definition of composition of function, g composition fx, that is g of f of x, is equal to f of g of x equal to x. Then g of f of x, g of f of x we can replace by 10x plus 7 equal to f of gx. Fx is equal to 10x plus 7, fy 10y plus 7. Therefore f gx we can replace x by gx. So f gx is equal to 10 into gx plus 7 equal to x. From here, that is 10 into gx plus 7 is equal to x. Therefore 10 gx is equal to x minus 7. Therefore gx is equal to x minus 7 upon 10. So we got gx is equal to x minus 7 divided by 10. Now we can do second question. Question number 2. F is a function from, second question, f is a function from W to W, set of whole numbers defined by f of n is equal to n minus 1 if n is odd, and equal to n plus 1 if n is even number. Show that f is invertible. Show that f is invertible. Find the inverse of f. Find the inverse of f, that is f inverse we need to find. So that is our question. So here f is a function from set of whole numbers to set of whole numbers, and is given fn is equal to n minus 1 if n is odd number and equal to n plus 1 if n is even number. Show that f is invertible. That means we are going to show f is 1 1 and on 2. Then we need to find f inverse. So inverse of f we need to find. So that is our question. So first we have to show that it is 1 1 and on 2. 4 1 1. 4 1 1. So here we have two cases. N is an odd number, even number. So when we prove it is 1 1, f of x1 equal to f of x2 implies x1 equal to x2. For every x1 x2 belongs to domain, then we can say that f is 1 1. So we can take two elements from domain. Let n1 comma n2 belongs to W, that is domain. Then if n1 and n2 are odd numbers, if n1 and n2 are odd numbers, f of n1 equal to f of n2 implies if n is odd number, f of n1 equal to n1 minus 1 equal to n2 minus 1, that is n1 equal to n2. So f of n1 equal to f of n2 implies n1 equal to n2. Therefore, f is 1, 1. Then second case, if n1 and n2 are even numbers, then f of n1 equal to f of n2 implies if n is even number, f of n is equal to n plus 1. So n1 plus 1 is equal to n2 plus 1. 1 and 1 cancelled, n1 equal to n2. Therefore, f is again 1, 1 function. Then the next possibility is one of them is even number and the other one is odd number. If n1 is even and n2 is odd, that is one case. And the second case is if n1 is odd number and n2 is even number. So in that case also we need to show f is 1, 1. So n1 is even and n2 is odd. If n1 is even and n2 is odd, f of n1 is equal to, if n1 is even number, f of n1 is equal to n1 plus 1. If n is even number, f of n is equal to n plus 1. If n1 is even number, f of n1 is equal to n plus 1. So if n1 is even number, n plus 1 is odd number. Because even number plus 1 is odd number. Then f of n2, and here n2 is odd number. If it is odd number, then f of n2 is equal to n2 minus 1. If n2 is odd number, then odd number minus 1, that is even number. So here f of n1 is odd number, f of n2 is even number. So f of n1 not equal to f of n2 because f of n1 is odd number, f of n2 is even number, odd number not equal to even number. F of n1 not equal to f of n2 implies n1 is even number, n2 is odd number, n1 not equal to n2. So here different n1 and n2 are two different elements and their images, n1 is even number and n2 is odd number, and their images odd number and even number. So n1 not equal to n2, f of n1 not equal to f of n2. So here different elements got different images. So we can say that f is 1, 1. Then if second case, if n1 is, here it is even order, and if it is n1 is odd number and n2 is even number, then by repeating the above argument, same reason here, by repeating the above argument, f of n1 not equal to f of n2 implies n1 not equal to n2. Therefore f is 1, 1. So here we proved the function f is 1, 1. We need to prove that it is invertible function. So we have to prove that it is onto function. Now we got it is 1, 1. So we can prove it is onto function. Then we will find the inverse of that function. For onto, so when we prove the function is onto, we need to show that the range and the codomain are equal, or we need to prove that corresponding to every element from codomain there exists an element in domain such that f of x is equal to y. Then we can say that range and codomain are equal, then the function will be onto function. So for onto, let y belongs to codomain. Y belongs to codomain. Then f of x is equal to y. And here when we take an element from codomain is set of whole numbers. So it can be an odd number or even number. Whole numbers can be odd number or even number. F of x is equal to y. Then if y is even number, and here if n is odd number, then the image of n, that is n minus 1. that is even number. So if image is even number, if n is odd number, then image is even number, n minus 1. N is odd number minus 1, even number. So if n is odd, then image is even number. So if image is even number, then the pre-image will be odd number. So here f of x is equal to y. Then if y is even number, if y is even number, then f of x will be even number. This is even number. Then f of x will be f of n is equal to n minus 1. So f of x will be x minus 1. So x minus 1. F of x is equal to x minus 1 is equal to y. If y is even number, f of x is equal to y. That is x minus 1 is equal to y if y is even number. Or x is equal to y plus 1. If y is even number. So y plus 1. Y plus 1, if y is even number, then y plus 1 is an odd number. So we can write or x is equal to y plus 1 belongs to, here we can write if x minus 1 is equal to y if y is even number, or x is equal to y plus 1 belongs to domain if y is even number. Then x is equal to y plus 1 belongs to domain if y is even number. Then we have one more possibility. Here if y is even number, if y is odd number, here n is even number, then image n plus 1 is an odd number. So if y is odd number, then the pre-image will be even number. And here if y is odd number, then fn is equal to n plus 1. So f of x is equal to x plus 1. So we can write x plus 1 is equal to y if y is odd number. X plus 1 is equal to y. Therefore x is equal to and x is equal to y minus 1 belongs to w, that is domain if y is odd number. So here if y is odd number, then y minus 1. If y is odd number, then y minus 1 is the pre-image of y. And if y is even number, then y plus 1 is the pre-image of y. So we can say that therefore the corresponding to every y belongs to codomain, corresponding to every y belongs to codomain, there exists y plus 1 or y minus 1, y plus 1 or y minus 1 belongs to w, that is domain such that f of x is equal to y. So here f of x is equal to y, that is f of x, first case f of y plus 1, f of x is equal to y, that is f of y plus 1 is equal to y if y is even, and f of y minus 1 is equal to y if y is odd. Therefore we can say f is onto, therefore f is invertible. Sorry, f is 1 1 and onto. So we can say therefore f is invertible function. So here it is 1 1 and onto. So it is invertible function. Now we need to find f inverse. So here f of y plus 1 is equal to y. So f inverse y is equal to y plus 1 if y is even number, and equal to f of y minus 1 is equal to y. So f inverse y is equal to y minus 1 if y is odd number. So now this is the inverse of f. F inverse y is equal to y plus 1 if y is even number, and f inverse y is equal to y minus 1 if y is odd number. And here when we replace the variable y by n, we can write or f inverse n is equal to n plus 1. We can replace the variable y by n. F inverse n is equal to n plus 1 if n is even and equal to n minus 1 if n is odd number. So now we can compare. This is f inverse. F inverse n and f of n we can compare. So here equal to, we can compare here f of n is equal to n minus 1 if n is odd. F inverse n is equal to n minus 1 if n is odd, and equal to n plus 1 if n is even, equal to n plus 1 if n is even. So both the functions are same, so we can write therefore f inverse is equal to f. So in this question, inverse of function and that function, both the functions are same, so f inverse is equal to f. So that is second question. Now we are going to do question number 3. Third one, f is a function from R to R defined by, question number 3, f of x is equal to x square minus 3x plus 2. Find the f of x. We need to find the f of x. So here f of x equal to f of fx is given x square minus 3x plus 2. That is fx is equal to x square minus 3x plus 2. So f of y is equal to y square minus 3x plus 2. Therefore f of x square minus 3x plus 2 equal to, we can replace x by x square minus 3x plus 2. So we will get a x square minus 3x plus 2 whole square minus 3 into x square minus 3x plus 2 then plus 2. So when we simplify, when we use identity and when we open the bracket, so we will get a simplified form. So that is f of x. So you can complete this one. So that is question number 3. Now we are going to do fourth one. Question number 4. Show that the function f from R to f is a function from set of real numbers to x belongs to R such that minus 1 less than x less than 1. So this is the domain and this is the codomain, and f of x is given x upon 1 plus modulus of x. Then we need to show that it is 1 1 and onto function. Show that f is 1 1 and onto. That is our question. We need to show that f is 1 1 and onto function. Modulus of x is equal to x if x greater than or equal to 0 and equal to minus x when x less than 0. So this is the definition of modulus function. And the definition of modulus function we studied in 11th standard. Modulus of x is equal to x when x greater than or equal to 0 and equal to minus x when x less than 0. So that result we can use there. And here we can we are going to prove it is 1 1 function. For 1 1, first we can take it two elements, x1 and x2 belongs to domain. We can take from set of real numbers. Let x1 x2 belongs to R, and here it can be positive, it can be negative, and one of them positive and the other one negative. So we have different cases. So if x1 greater than or equal to 0 and x2 greater than or equal to 0, if both of them are positive, then we can show that it is 1 1. F of x1 equal to f of x2 implies f of x1, f of x is equal to x upon 1 plus modulus of x. That is x1 upon 1 plus modulus of x1 equal to x2 upon 1 plus modulus of x2. And here by using the definition of modulus function, if x greater than or equal to 0, f of x is equal to positive x, positive value of x. So here x1 greater than or equal to 0, so f of x1 is equal to modulus of x1 equal to x1. So we can write that is x1 upon 1 plus x1 equal to x2 upon 1 plus x2. Now we can cross multiply. x1 plus x1 x2 is equal to x2 plus x1 x2. So cancel the, therefore x1 equal to x2, therefore f is 1 1. So in this case it is 1 1 function. Then the second case, if x1 less than 0 and x2 less than 0. So that is the second case. Then f of x1 equal to f of x2 implies f of x1, x1 upon 1 plus modulus of x1 equal to x2 upon 1 plus modulus of x2 implies modulus of x1 equal to minus x1 when x1 less than 0. So here we can write that is x1 upon 1 minus x1 equal to x2 upon 1 minus x2 by using the definition of modulus function. Modulus of x is equal to minus x when x less than 0. So here x1 less than 0, so modulus of x1 equal to minus x1, and here also. Now we will cross multiply. x1 minus x1 x2 is equal to x2 minus x1 x2, cancel now. So x1 equal to x2. So we can say f is 1 1 function. Again it is 1 1. Then we have one more case. X1 is positive, x1 greater than or equal to 0 and x2 less than 0, and just opposite case also. If x1 greater than or equal to 0 and x2 less than 0. So this is the next case. If x1 greater than or equal to 0, f of x1 is equal to x1 upon 1 plus modulus of x1, and the modulus of x1 is x1 when x1 greater than or equal to 0. So x1 upon 1 plus x1, f of x1, and f of x2. So here f of x2 equal to x2 less than 0. So if x2 less than 0, modulus of x is equal to minus x. So modulus of x2 will be, so x2 upon 1 minus x2. And here x1 upon 1 plus x1. x1 is positive, and so this value is greater than 0. And here x2 is negative, x2 less than 0. So numerator will be negative, and 1 minus a negative number. So 1 minus a negative number, that is 1 plus that number. So denominator will be positive and numerator will be negative. So the entire value will be less than 0. So here f of x1 and f of x2 both are different. So and x1 and x2 also different. So f of x1 is greater than 0, f of x2 less than 0, x1 greater than 0, x2 less than 0. So we can write down f of x1, different elements got different images. x1 and x2 are different and their images also different. So we can write down f of x1 not equal to f of x2 implies x1 not equal to x2. Therefore f is 1 1. Then the same way we can prove the second case. Here if x1 less than 0 and x2 greater than 0, x1 less than 0 and x2 greater than or equal to 0, x1 less than 0 and x2 greater than or equal to 0, by repeating the above argument, f of x1 not equal to f of x2 implies x1 not equal to x2. Therefore f is 1 1 function. So here we got the given function is 1 1. So in all the cases we got f is 1 1 and here 1 1 1 1 1 1. So this is 1 1 function. Now we have to prove that it is onto function. So we are going to prove onto function. That means we are going to prove codomain and range, both of them are equal. So we can take one element y from codomain. Then we need to find the corresponding pre-image in domain. Then we will say for every y belongs to codomain, there exists an element x belongs to domain such that f of x is equal to y. Therefore the function is onto function. That means range and codomain equal. So 4 on 2. Let y belongs to codomain, that is set of all x belongs to R such that minus 1 less than x less than 1. Let y belongs to codomain. Then f of x is equal to y. F of x is equal to y. And here y is an element in between minus 1 and 1. Between minus 1, 1. Y is an element in between minus 1 and 1. So y can be positive or y can be negative. Right side of 0 it is positive, left side of 0 it is negative. So f of x is equal to y. And here f of x is equal to x upon 1 plus modulus of x. F of x is equal to x upon 1 plus modulus of x. That is equal to x upon 1 plus x if x greater than or equal to 0, and equal to x upon 1 minus x if x less than 0. So that is the given function. Here x upon 1 plus x, this function is positive, and x upon, if x less than 0, that means x is negative, then here numerator negative, and here 1 minus a negative number, that is positive. So this value will be negative and this value will be positive. So f of x is equal to y. So we can write down if y greater than 0, if y greater than 0, then, or we can write f of x is equal to y. So f of x can be replaced by x upon, that is x upon 1 plus x is equal to y if y greater than or equal to 0, or cross multiply y plus xy is equal to x. When we cross multiply y plus xy is equal to x, then when we take terms containing x in one side, xy, y is equal to x minus xy, or y is equal to x outside 1 minus y. Therefore x is equal to y upon 1 minus y. So if y greater than or equal to 0, if y greater than or equal to 0, then y upon 1 minus y is a real number, belongs to domain, belongs to R. So corresponding to every y greater than or equal to 0, there is an x is equal to y upon 1 minus y belongs to R domain. Therefore we can say that f is onto here. Then we have one more case. So we'll write down corresponding to every y greater than or equal to 0 in bracket belongs to codomain. That means set of all x belongs to R such that minus 1 less than x less than 1. There x is equal to y upon 1 minus y belongs to R such that f of y upon 1 minus y is equal to f of x is equal to y. Therefore f is onto function when y greater than or equal to 0. Then the same way we can prove it is onto function when y less than 0. Then if y less than 0, then x upon 1 minus x is equal to y. F of x is equal to y, that is x upon 1 minus x is equal to y. This is less than 0. X upon 1 minus x is equal to y. Cross multiply y minus xy is equal to x. Then we can take y is equal to x plus xy, that is y is equal to x into 1 plus y. Therefore x is equal to y upon 1 plus y. Then when we take y belongs to codomain, that means if y is negative in between 0 and minus 1, then y upon 1 plus y belongs to domain. Domain is set of real numbers. So we can write corresponding to, same steps we can repeat, corresponding to every y less than 0, corresponding to every y in bracket less than 0 belongs to codomain, that is x belongs to R, such that -1 less than x less than 1, then there x is equal to y upon 1 plus y belongs to R, such that f of y upon 1 plus y equal to y. Therefore f is onto function. So in both the cases we got f is onto. So we can say that the given function is 1 1 and onto. Now we are going to do question number 5. Show that the function f from R to R given by f of x is equal to x cube is injective. That means 1 1. F is a function from question number 5, R to R, such that f of x is equal to x cube is injective. So we have to show that it is 1 1 function. F of x1 equal to f of x2 implies x1 cube equal to x2 cube implies x1 equal to x2. Therefore f is 1 1. So here we got f of x1 equal to f of x2 implies x1 equal to x2. Therefore f is 1 1 function. Now we are going to do question number 6. Give examples of two functions. Question number 6. F is a function from n to z and g is a function from z to z, such that g composition f is injective and g is not injective, but g is not injective. So that is our question. So we need to give example of two functions f from n to z and g from z to z, such that g composition f is injective but g is not injective. So we can take the two functions f of x is equal to x and g of x is equal to modulus of x. And here we need to show that g is not injective. That means g is not 1 1. So g is a function from z to z. So we can write a g of z is set of integers. So g of 1, that is equal to 1. And g of minus 1 is equal to modulus of minus 1. That is also 1. So g of 1 and minus 1 got same image. So g of 1 equal to g of minus 1, but 1 not equal to minus 1. Therefore g is not 1 1. That is g is not an injective. So this part we have done, g is not injective. Now we have to show that g composition f is injective. Then g composition f of g is a function from n to z. G is a function from n to z, and f is a function from n to z, and g is a function from z to z. Here f is a function from n to z and g is a function from z to z. Therefore g composition f is a function from g composition f is a function from n to z, then z to z. So g composition f is a function from n to z. G composition f is a function from n to z. And now we have to show that it is injective function. So here g composition f is a function from n to z Then G composition f of x is equal to G of f of x equal to G of f of x. F of x is given. F of x is equal to x. Then G of x is equal to modulus of x. So here G composition fx is equal to G of fx, that is G of f of x is equal to x, gx, that is gx is equal to modulus x. So G composition fx is equal to modulus x, and that is a function from n to z. So here n is set of natural numbers, and when we take any two natural numbers x1 and x2, let x1 x2 belongs to n, then f of x1 equal to f of x2 implies not f of x1. So we have to show that G composition f is 1 1. G composition f of x1 equal to G composition f of x2 implies G composition f of x1 is modulus of x1. Modulus of x1 equal to modulus of x2 equal to modulus of x1 is x1, because x1 is set of natural numbers. So the modulus of x1 cannot be negative number. x1 and x2 are positive numbers because x1 and x2 are natural numbers. So modulus of x1 is x1 and the modulus of x2 is x2. So we can say that therefore G composition f is 1 1 function. So it is 1 1. G composition f is 1 1, that is injective. 1 1, that is injective. But G is not injective. G is not injective, but G composition f is injective. Now we will do question number 7. Seventh question. So here give example for two functions. F is a function from n to n, and G is a function from again n to n, such that G composition f is onto, but f is not onto. So that is our question. We need to show that G composition f is onto and f is not onto. We need to give example. So here we can take an f of x is equal to x plus 1, and g of x is equal to x minus 1 if x greater than 1, and equal to 1 if x equal to 1. So we can take two functions. F of x is equal to x plus 1 and g of x is equal to x minus 1 when x greater than 1 and equal to 1 when x is equal to 1. Then here we need to show that f is not onto, but G composition f is onto. So first we will prove f is not onto. F is a function from n to n. F is not onto. So here f of 1 equal to 1 plus 1, that is equal to 2. F of 2 equal to f of x is equal to x plus 1. So f of 1 is equal to set of natural numbers. So f of 1 is equal to 1 plus 1, that is 2. F of 2 is equal to 2 plus 1, that is 3. F of 3 is equal to 3 plus 1, that is 4, etc. So the range is equal to range starting from 2. Range is equal to 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. is going on. Range is set of images. So range is equal to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. Set of natural numbers except 1. But codomain is equal to set of natural numbers. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. So here range not equal to codomain. Range and codomain, both of them are different. Therefore, this function f is not onto function. So here f is not onto. Range is equal to 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. But codomain, set of natural numbers. Range and codomain, both of them are different. Therefore, f is not onto function. Now we have to show that G composition f is onto. So G composition F, we need to find that. F is a function from n to n, G is a function from n to n, therefore G composition F is a function from n to n. So G composition F is a function from n to n. Then G composition F of x is equal to G of F of x, equal to G of F of x, that is x plus 1, equal to G of x plus 1. G of x plus 1, x is set of natural numbers, and G of x plus 1. So G of x plus 1, G of x is equal to x minus 1 when x greater than 1, and equal to 1 when x equal to 1. So here G of x plus 1. So G of x plus 1, that's here in this case x plus 1 when x greater than 1. X plus 1 is greater than 1. When x greater than 1, it is x minus 1. So here it is x plus 1. X can be any natural number. So when we replace x by any natural number, x plus 1 is greater than 1. So we will take that second case. So G of x plus 1 is equal to G of x is x minus 1. So G of x plus 1 is equal to x plus 1 minus 1. So that is equal to x. So G of G composition F of x is equal to x. That is an identity function. Now we can show that it is onto function. Then domain is set of natural numbers. So when we take any natural number, when we suppose 1, image of 1, G of f of 1 is 1, G of f of 2, that is 2, G of f of 3, that is 3, etc. So here G composition f of 1 is equal to identity function 1, G composition f of 2 is equal to 2, G composition f of 3 equal to 3, etc. It is going on. Therefore, set of images, that is range is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. Then codomain is set of natural numbers, that is also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. So here range equal to codomain, range equal to codomain. Therefore G composition F is onto function. Range and codomain, both of them are equal. Therefore G composition F is onto. So this is an example satisfying this condition. F of x is equal to x plus 1 and gx is equal to that function. Now we have done first 7 questions. Then question number 8. Give a non-empty set x. Consider, given a non-empty set x, consider Px, which is the set of all subsets of x. That means a power set. Define the relation R in Px as follows. For subsets A, B belongs to Px, A related to B, A related to B, A is related to B if and only if A is a subset of B. So this is the relation A related to B if and only if A is a subset of B. Then is R an equivalence relation on Px. So we need to show that, we need to check whether it is equivalence relation. A is a subset of A for every A belongs to Px. Therefore R is reflexive. If it is equivalence relation, then we need to show it is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. A is a subset of B, but B is not a subset of A. A is a subset of B, but B need not be a subset of A. Therefore R is, A is a subset of B, but B need not be a subset. In some cases B is a subset of A, but if A and B are equal. So if A is a subset of B, but B is not a subset of C, B need not be a subset of B, A. Therefore, R is not symmetric. R is not symmetric. Therefore, it is reflexive, but it is not symmetric. Therefore, R is not equivalence relation. Equivalence relation, because it is reflexive, but it is not symmetric. So this relation is not equivalence relation. Then here, question number 9, that is binary operation, related to binary operation. Then question number 10 we can do. Find the number of all onto functions from 1, 2, 3, etc. n to itself. Question number 10. Find the number of all onto functions. Onto functions from set 1, 2, 3, etc. n to itself. So that is our question. So we need to find a set of all onto functions from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. n to itself. So that is our question. So here, set of all onto function from 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, etc. n to n. So 1, 2, 3, etc. n to 1, 2, 3, etc. n. So we need to find a set of all onto functions. Sorry, the number of all onto functions we need to find. Number of all onto functions. So here domain is equal to first 10 natural numbers, and here we need to find the number of all onto functions. So in onto functions, range equal to codomain. Range is equal to codomain. Codomain, that is equal to set 1, 2, 3, etc. n. So here domain is set 1, 2, 3, etc. n. Range also set 1, 2, 3, etc. n. Then we need to find the number of all onto functions from set 1, 2, 3 n to set 1, 2, 3 n. Therefore, number of all onto functions from 1, 2, 3, etc. n to set 1, 2, 3, etc. n is equal to number of arrangements. So here, suppose here we have 3 elements or 5 elements, 1, 2, 3, 4, and here A, B, C, D. So here domain is equal to one more step we will write. Number of all here. Range is equal to codomain, and here this is a function from 1, 2, 3, 1 to 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. n to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. n. Range is equal to codomain. Therefore, we can say that this function is 1, 1 and onto function. This function is 1, 1 and onto. So 1 to 1 relation. 1, 1 and onto. So we can find number of, therefore number of all onto functions from set 1, 2, 3, etc. n to set 1, 2, 3, etc. n equal to number of arrangements n at a time. That is equal to n factorial. So here, suppose it is here 1, 2, 3, 4 elements, and if it is 1, 1 and onto function, then the number of functions we can find here. Number of functions. One can be related to any one of this. So that means one can be connected to 5 different ways. 5 into. Then 2 can be connected to 4 different ways, because one already connected to one of them. So 2 can be connected to 4 elements. Sorry, here it is, we have 4 elements only. 1, 2, 3, 4 elements, A, B, C, D, 4 elements. And if it is a 1, 1 and a on-to function, then the number of functions we can find. One can be related to A, or one can be related to B, one can be related to C, one can be related to D, then 2 can be related to A, etc. So we can take that function in different ways. So we need to find the total number of functions. If it is 1, 1 and on-to, here it is 1, 1 and on-to. This is same situation. And here we have 4 elements. Here we have n elements. Here we have 4 elements. And when we have 4 elements, how to find the number of functions? So this is one function. 1 is related to A, 2B, 3C, 4D. Ordered by 1A, ordered by 2B, ordered by 3C, 1A, 2B, 3C, 4D. This is one function. And similarly we can find 1B, then 2A, then 3C, 3B, that is second function. So we can change the order. So by changing the order, so when you try to find the functions, so how many different functions are there? That is our question. So here we can use permutations. So one can be related to any one of this. So here we getting 4 options. So 4 into. Then 2 can be related to 1 already related, and here we have 4 images, 1 already related to one of them. So we have only 3 options. So 2 can be related to 3 different ways. And 3, 1 and 2 already related. Then 3 has 2 options, 2 different ways. 1, 2, 3 related. So 4 has only 1 option. So that is equal to 4 factorial. So if we have 4 elements, 4 factorial. So if we have n elements, then the number of all on-to functions from set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. n to itself, that is equal to n factorial, because here we have n elements and this function is 1, 1. So n factorial different ways. Then question number 11, that is also related to our topic. It's not a binary. So we can do 11th question. Question number 11. S is equal to set A, B, C, and T is equal to set 1, 2, 3. Find the F inverse of the following functions. F from S to T. Find the F inverse. F is a function from S to T. Then first part, F is equal to A3, then B2 and C1. So here our question, find the F inverse of the following functions. F from S to T if it exists. So here first we have to check whether it is existing, whether it is a function, etc. Or if it is 1, 1 and on-to, then only we can find the F inverse. So first we have to check whether it is 1, 1 and on-to. This is the first part. Then the second part is A ordered by A2, then B1 and C1. So that is second part. And we have to find F inverse if it is existing. So it is invertible if the function is 1, 1 and on-to. So first we have to check whether it is 1, 1 and on-to. If it is 1, 1 and on-to, then we will find the inverse. So here A, B, C. Image of A3, image of B2, image of C1. So different elements got first part. Different elements got different images. Different images. Therefore, F is 1, 1. Now we have to show that it is on-to function. Then only we can find inverse. Range. Range is set of images 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Then codomain. Codomain, that is set 1, 2, 3. Set 1, 2, 3. Both of them are equal. So range is equal to codomain. Range equal to codomain. Therefore, F is invertible. F is invertible function. And if it is invertible function, we can find f inverse. F inverse is equal to ordered pair A3. So here it will be 3A and 2B, ordered pair 2B and ordered pair 1C. So because f inverse is a function from, f is a function from S to T, and if f is 1, 1 and 1, 2, then it is invertible. Then f inverse is a function from T to S. So 3A, 2B and 1C. So this is f inverse. Now we can do second part. First we have to check whether it is invertible. So here image of A2, image of B1, image of C1. B and C got same image. F of B equal to f of C is equal to 1. F of B and f of C equal to 1. Therefore f is not 1, 1. Therefore f is not invertible. It is not an invertible function. So if it is not invertible, then we cannot find the inverse of that function. So that is over. Now we are going to do now we have done question number 10 and 11. Question number 12 binary operation, 13 binary, 14 binary. Then question number 15 we can do. Question number 15. A is given, A is equal to set -1, 0, 1, 2. Then B is equal to -4, -2, 0, 2. Then f and g are functions from f comma g are functions from A to B. Be a function defined by f of x is equal to x square minus x. X belongs to A. And g of x is equal to 2 into modulus of x minus 1 by 2 minus 1. 2 into modulus of x minus 1 by 2 minus 1. X belongs to A. Then our question is, are f and g, f and g equal? So that is our question. We need to check whether f and g are equal. So here it's given, fx is given, gx is given, and a and b are also given. F and g are functions from A to B. Then we have to check whether f and g are equal. So first we have to find the function f and the function g. So when we find f and g, so we will find f of -1, f of -1 we will find that is -1 square minus 1, that is 1 minus 1, 0. Then f of 0, that is 0 square minus 0, 0 square minus 0, that is 0. 0 square minus 0, that is 0. Then f of 1, that is 1 square minus 1, that is 0. Then f of 2, that is 2 square minus 2, that is 2 square, 4 minus 2, that is 2. So we will get a f is equal to ordered where -1, 0, 0, 0, -1, 0, 0, 0, then 1 comma 0, then 2 comma 2. So we got f. And similarly we will find g. Gx is a function from A to B. Then g of x. Then similarly g of -1. G of -1 we will find 2 into modulus of -1 minus 1 by 2 minus 1. Then we will get one answer. Then g of 0 we will find g of 0. Then g of 1 we will find. Then g of 2 we will find. Then we will write the function g is equal to set of ordered waves. Then we will write the same way. Then we will compare whether f and g are equal. So if we get the same pairs there, then both the functions are equal. So we need to calculate this one. If we get the same elements, if f and g, if these two brackets, if the ordered pairs are same, then we can say that f and g are equal. If they are different, then we will say f and g are different. So we can easily complete that question. So that is question number 15. Now we are going to do question number 15 done. Then 16 we can do. Question number 16. Let A is equal to set 1, 2, 3. 16th question. A is equal to set 1, 2, 3. Then number of relations containing ordered pair 1, 2 and 1, 3. Number of relations containing ordered pair 1, 2, ordered pair 1, 2 and ordered pair 1, 3, which are reflexive and symmetric, but not transitive, reflexive, symmetric but not transitive. And here we have options: A is equal to 1, B is equal to 2, C is equal to 3 and D equal to 4. So this is our question. A is given. We need to find number of. A is set 1, 2, 3. Find the number of relations containing set 1, 2. Sorry, ordered pair 1, 2, ordered pair 1, 3, which are reflexive and symmetric but not transitive. So we need to find number of relations defined on set A, in which 1, 2 and 1, 3 are the elements, and that relation is reflexive and symmetric but not transitive. So how many relations are there? So number of relations. Relation is a subset of A cross A. So first we can write A cross A. A cross A, that is ordered pair 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, then 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, then 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3. So that is A cross A. And here we need to find the number of relations which contains 1, 2, 1, 3, and that relation is reflexive, symmetric but not transitive. So we can find a relation, smallest relation containing ordered pair 1, 2, 1, 3, which is reflexive and symmetric but not transitive, which is reflexive, symmetric but not transitive, is given by. So we can write one relation, and here it is given, it is reflexive. So if it is, this is a relation defined on set A. So if it is reflexive, ordered pair 1, 1, 2, 2 and 3, 3 should be there, and ordered pair 1, 2 that is given, and 1, 3 should be there. And here reflexive, now it is reflexive, and it is given, it is symmetric. If it is symmetric, if 1, 2 and 1, 3 should be there, that is given. If 1, 2 is there, then 2, 1 should be there. 2, 1 should be there, and 1, 3 is there, then 3, 1 should be there. So now the relation is reflexive, and ordered pair 1, 2, 1, 3 belongs to that relation, and it is symmetric. 1, 2 is there, 2, 1, 1, 3, 3, 1. So this is the smallest relation. This is the smallest relation containing 1, 2, ordered pair 1, 2, ordered pair 1, 3, which is reflexive, symmetric but not transitive. Because it is reflexive, 1, 1 belongs to R, 2, 2 belongs to R, ordered pair 3, 3 belongs to R, so it is reflexive. And it is symmetric, 1, 2 belongs to R, 2, 1 belongs to R, 1, 3 belongs to R, 3, 1 belongs to R, and these two elements, ordered pair 1, 2 and 1, 3 also elements of this one. So when we compare these two, A cross A and this relation, so here 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3 are the elements, 1, 2 is an element, 1, 3 is an element, 2, 1 is an element, 2, 2 is an element, 2, 3 is not there. Then we don't have 3, 2. So 2, 3, ordered pair 2, 3 and ordered pair 3, 2 are not the elements of this relation. So if we add ordered pair 2, 3 here, suppose we are adding ordered pair 2, 3 here, then we have to add 3, 2 for symmetric ordered pair 3, 2. And when we add ordered pair 2, 3, then we must add 3, 2. And similarly, if we add ordered pair 3, 2, then we must add 2, 3 for making it symmetric. And if we add ordered pair 2, 3 or 3, 2, suppose we are adding ordered pair 2, 3 and ordered pair 3, 2, then this relation becomes transitive. So this relation becomes transitive. So our question is find the number of relations which is reflexive, symmetric but not transitive. So if we add ordered pair 2, 3 or ordered pair 3, 2 or both of them, the relation becomes transitive. So this is the one and only one relation here. So we can say that the number of relations satisfying this condition will be 1 here. So the number of relations, the correct answer is 1. So here we can write if we add ordered pair 2, 3, ordered pair 2, 3 or ordered pair 3, 2 or both, the relation becomes transitive. Therefore this is the one and only one relation satisfying the above condition. So this is the one and only one relation satisfying the above condition, satisfying the above conditions. Therefore the number of relations satisfying the above condition is equal to 1. So the correct answer is 1. So we have only one relation satisfying this condition. Now we come to question number 17. Question. Let A is equal to set 1, 2, 3. Question number 17, and here also same set 1, 2, 3. Then number of equivalence relation containing 1, 2. Number of equivalence relation containing ordered pair 1, 2. Ordered pair 1, 2. That is our question. And here we have 4 options. 1, option B 2, option C 3 and option D 4. So we need to find a number of equivalence relation containing ordered pair 1, 2. So that is our question. And here relation defined on set A. So relation defined on set A is a subset of A cross A. So we can write A cross A first. So here ordered pair 1, 1, ordered pair 1, 2, 1, 3, then 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, then 3, 1, 3, 2, then 3, 3. So that is A cross A. Then the smallest relation satisfying the given condition. Satisfying the given condition, R is equal to, and here it is given equivalence relation. That means it is equivalence relation, reflexive, symmetric, transitive, and 1, 2 is an element. So we can write a reflexive. So 1, 1 should be there, 2, 2 should be there, 3, 3 should be there, reflexive. Then symmetric and transitive. Then 1, 2, ordered pair 1, 2 should be an element. If ordered pair 1, 2, then 2, 1 should be there. Then now it should be reflexive, symmetric and transitive. So here 1, 2, 2, 1, then ordered pair 1, 1. So this relation is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. So it is reflexive. And ordered pair 1, 2 is there. So ordered pair 2, 1 is there. So it is symmetric. and odd pair 1 2 and 2 1 is there, so odd pair 1 1, that is also there, so it is transitive. So this is an equivalence relation containing odd pair 1 2. So we need to find any other relation containing this one. So here 1 1 1 2 1 3 is not there, 2 1 is there, 2 2 is there, 2 3 is not there, then 3 1 is not there, then 3 2 is not there, 3 3 is, so we have 1 2 3 elements left out. Odd pair 1 3, odd pair 2 3, odd pair 3 1 and odd pair 3 2. So when we add one of them, suppose we are adding odd pair 1 3, then if we add odd pair 1 3, then odd pair 3 1 should be there because it is equivalence relation, and odd pair 1 3, then odd pair 3 1, then it should be transitive also. So 2 1 is there, then 1 3 is there, then 2 3 should be there because it is transitive. In case if you are adding odd pair 1 3 here, then 3 1 should be there because it is symmetric, and here 2 1 is there, then 1 3 is there, then 2 3 should be added, 2 3 should be there, and if 2 3 is there, then it should be symmetric, so we will add a 3 2. So if we add one of them, we need to add rest of the elements. 1 3 if we add, 2 3 should be there, then 3 2 should be there, then 3 1 should be there, then only it will be reflexive, symmetric and transitive. So if we add one among the rest of the elements, then we need to add a rest of if we add any one pair, if add any one element here, then we need to add rest of the elements here, then only it will be equivalence relation. So here we have two equivalence relation. First one is this one, and the second one is A cross A. So we are adding all the elements. If we are adding all the elements here, then it is equivalence relation. This is equivalence relation. So this is also equivalence relation. So now we have two equivalence relations. So number of equivalence relations satisfying the above condition is answer 2. So one is this one. This is the smallest equivalence relation. And the second one is A cross A. A cross A itself is a relation satisfying all the conditions, reflexive, symmetric and transitive. So these two relations. So the number of relations are 2. Now we have one more question, that is question number 18. F is a function from R to R given by question number 18. F is a function from R to R given by f of x is equal to 1 if x greater than 0, 0 if x equal to 0, minus 1 if x less than 0. And g is a function from R to R, the greatest integer function, such that gx is equal to greatest integer less than or equal to x, where greatest integer is less than or equal to x. Then this is our question. Does f composition g and g composition f coincide on 0 1, open closed interval 1? So this is our question. Does f composition g composition f coincide on open interval, open 0 1, open closed interval 0 1? And here gx is greatest integer function, greatest integer less than or equal to x. We already learned in 11th standard. And f is a function from R to R and f of x is given. So first we can find the greatest integer function. So here we need to check whether f composition g and g composition f coincide in this interval. So in 0 1, g of x equal to greatest integer function x, greatest integer less than or equal to x, greatest integer less than or equal to x. And here 0 to 1, 0 1. So when we take any number in between 0 and 1, 0.1, greatest integer 0.1, greatest integer 0.2, greatest integer 0.9, etc. That is equal to greatest integer less than or equal to 0.1. Greatest integer less than or equal to 0.1 is 0 only. Greatest integer less than or equal to 0.2, that is 0. Greatest integer less than or equal to 0.9, that is also 0. Greatest integer less than or equal to 0, that is also 0. But it is open interval, so equal to, that case is not coming here. So when we take any real number between 0 and 1 but less than 1, greatest integer will be 0. So that is 0 less than x less than 1. And here greatest equal to greatest integer function, that is equal to here greatest integer 1, greatest integer less than or equal to 1, that is 1. So here in this interval it is from 0 to 1, open interval 0, and here closed interval 1. That means 1 included here, 0 is not included. So greatest integer function 1, that is equal to it is equal to 1 when x equal to 1. So this is greatest integer function here. Now we can find f composition g and g composition f. Then we need to compare both the functions are same or not. So f composition g of x equal to f of g of x. F of g of x equal to f of g of x. That is f of g of x. G of x is greatest integer function x equal to greatest integer function x. Greatest integer function x equal to 0 when 0 less than or equal to x less than 1 equal to 1. So we can write that is equal to f of greatest integer function x, f of 0 when 0 less than x less than 1, and equal to greatest integer function x is equal to 1. So f of 1 when 0 when x is equal to 1. So that is equal to then directly we can write here f of 0 equal to 0, or we can write that is f of 0 can be replaced by 0 when x is equal to 0. F of 0 when x is equal to 0, f of 0 equal to 0, and equal to f of 1 when x is equal to f of 1 is equal to when x is greater than 1, f of 1 is equal to 1. So here g composition f, therefore g composition f is equal to 0 or 1, that is 0 less than x less than 1 and equal to when x is equal to 1. So this is g composition f. We got g composition f, and similarly we can find f composition g. Sorry, this is f composition g. So this is f composition g, f composition g. Similarly we can find g composition f. So once again listen here. Here f is a function from R to R, it's defined, and g greatest integer function. We need to check whether f composition g and g composition f coincide here. So in the interval 0, 1, first we can find the g composition g of x. G of x is equal to greatest integer function x, greatest integer less than or equal to x. So in between 0 and 1, less than 1, greatest integer 0 less than or equal to the greatest integer function x, greatest integer less than or equal to x is equal to 0. And when x is equal to 1, greatest integer less than or equal to x, that function is 1. And here now we can find f composition g of x, that is f of g of x, that is f of g of x can be replaced by this one, and the greatest integer function x. So here we can replace by 0. We have two options, 0 and 1. So f of 0 equal to f of 1, and f of 0 is 0, and f of 1 means when x greater than 0, 1 is greater than 0, f of 1 equal to 1. So this is f composition G. Now we can find G composition F. G composition f of x is equal to g of f of x equal to g of f of x. And here this is our interval. In open interval, in open closed 0 1. So f of x, here it is right side of in between 0 and 1. In between 0 and 1. That means x greater than 0 and less than or equal to 1. So x greater than 0 and less than or equal to 1. So f of x will be 1. So g of f of x will be 1. So this is the case. X greater than or equal to 0 and less than or equal to 1. X greater than 0, fx is equal to 1. So we will replace fx is equal to 1. Then g of 1. Gx is equal to greatest integer function. So g of 1 is equal to greatest integer function 1. So that is g of 1 is equal to 1. So G composition F. G composition F is equal to 1. But F composition G is equal to 0, 1. Both the functions are different. So we can write F composition G not equal to G composition F. So F composition G and G composition F does not coincide. Therefore F composition G and G composition F does not coincide on open interval, open closed interval 0, 1. So both the functions are different. So does not coincide on that interval.